15.
Yes.
So, needless to say, on 9/11, I was in the building.
Yes.
When Tower 1 was hit, I was in Tower 2.
Yes.
Now, let me tell you how this works.
Take your time. Take your time.
I operate off a commission.
Yeah.
How many of y'all know if you don't work,
You don't get paid. That's right.
So when Tower 1 was hit, I was in Tower 2. My assistants was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. We gotta leave. I was like, no, we don't. Get back to work. Divorce y'all was just saying it. I might have been wrong, but it paid to be divorced. I walked over to the window and I don't want to preach or anything like that, but I'm going to say this one thing.
Say it.
It pays to know the Lord.
Yes, it does.
Yes. I walked over to the window when Tower 1 was hit. And the Spirit of the Lord said, go.
Yes.
Wow.
I walked back into my office and I said to them, let's go. And they were like, I said, y'all can stay or you can leave, but I'm leaving.
Yes.
I picked up my briefcase.
Yes.
And I began to walk down the stairs.
Yes.
My assistants and everybody that was with me came with me.
Yes.
We walked from the 73rd floor down to the 55th floor. They kept making an announcement in our building that Tower 2 is secure, Tower 2 is secure. They kept saying, you don't have to leave the building, Tower 2 is secure. Now, mind you, in '93, the World Trade Center was attacked.
Yes, it was.
And so it was attacked at the bottom. So it was better for you to stay in the building.
Yes.
If you would have gone based off of history.
Right.
So me like a dummy, because this is really a dummy movie. I get on the elevator because they were saying everything was secure.
Yes.
Now God had told me to leave.
Yes.
You would think that you would listen to God instead of man, but that's, that's a whole nother subject.
That's right. That's right.
I get to the 44th floor.
Yes.
And I'm getting back on the elevator to go back upstairs because if you don't work, you don't eat.
That's right.
The Spirit of the Lord was so gracious that the Lord told me to stay.
Yes.
I get off the elevator.
Yes.
I allow the elevator doors to close.
Yes.
They go up, and not even 30 seconds later, Tower 2, the building that I was in, got hit.
Yes.
From the top.
I want you to understand, it went right through the 73rd floor.
Yes.
When the elevators were hit, the cables from the elevators came crashing down.
Yes.
Fire shot out of all of the elevator doors, except the door that I was standing
Jesus.
So when you talk about God anointing you for purpose, or whatever that dream is that He has on the inside of you, He is going to preserve you until it gets accomplished, unless you continue to deny. I sat there. Now people around me were getting burned. People around me died on that day. But here I am with God protecting me.
Yes.
I was on my knees praying. Now I'm going to tell you, I knew the Lord then. I wasn't that nasty person that knew the Lord in the past. But I knew the Lord then, and I was serious about my walk with God. So after I prayed, because I ain't no fool, I was like, Lord, if I messed up somewhere, forgive me, just in case. We can't be so, I can tell you today I'm saved. If I walk out that door and get hit, I'm going to heaven. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt today, but just in case, that's it. Lord, I'm just saying, help me, just in case. Yes, the Spirit of the Lord told me to go again.
Yes.
So the company that I was with, I'm ushering them out of the building. We're walking from the 44th floor all the way down. You would have thought, just thinking about September 11th, that there would have been a stampede and that it was dark and everything. I want you to know how good God is when you're in His divine will.
Come on. You got to
The
talk about that.
staircase that we began to walk down was not heavily occupied. So there was no panic of people trying to rush and get to the outside. It is if God's chosen few were given this elevator walkway or this stairway to go down. It was well lit. We didn't have the smoke and the debris. I didn't understand. If I didn't know that the Lord told me that we were under attack, until I hit about the 10th floor, there were no remnants of what I know I had just experienced. When we got down to the 10th floor, then you started smelling the smoke. You started seeing the activities of the firefighters and things of that nature. And we got down, and you were seeing that the firefighters were carrying people that were just messed up. We got down to the mezzanine. I don't know if anybody ever been to the World Trade Center. You know what it was like. And so it was nothing but glass. nothing but glass. It's beautiful, but nothing but glass. So when we get down to the mezzanine, now you get to the major walkway, you saying, "Help, there's an exit door, I'm trying to get out of here."
Yes.
And so for me, that represented freedom.
Yes.
But what you saw at that time was bodies falling.
My Lord.
What you saw at that time was an area in which they would not allow us to walk out of. They wouldn't allow us to go out of that exit way because of what was happening above us.
Yes.
So for our protection, they made us go further into the building. Now, I'm not usually a fearful woman. I really am not. I'm going to tell you, I might be, I'm the person that people come to when they're breaking down, and I'm the sound voice.
Yes.
I ain't going to go further in the building.
Yes.
I know that's right.
I ain't going to go no further. Right. In the building, I was like, look at him, look at him.
Yes.
I done made it out 73 floors. I ain't trying to go no deeper in.
Yes.
But I went because the police officers and the firefighters knew what they were doing. And they were really, truly heroes on that day. And I thank God for their leadership and their ability to operate under a crisis moment.
Yes.
So I went further into the building. I went past that strawberries and that 911 building. Came up near that Krispy Kreme donut shop. Everybody know where Trade Center. I came up there and I walked out and I walked to Broadway. As I was walking out of the building, the one thing that the Lord said to me is, don't look back.
Come on.
Lest you shall surely.
Okay now. Yes.
I ain't look back.
Yes.
All right.
I walked and when I got to Broadway, I was given the permission to finally turn around. And when I turned around, what I saw was an airplane hanging out of the building that I had just come out of. It was absolutely surreal. That if I had not been there myself, I would have never believed it myself. That day, and I'll fast forward that day, but that day markedly changed my life. When I got home, I said, I ain't going back to New York no more. They moved us to Penn Station, which is Madison Square Garden. The market opened up on that Monday. And there was a bomb scare on that Monday. They had to walk down the stairs on that Monday. I wasn't there. But if I thought about going back from that previous Tuesday to that Monday, I said, I'm not going back. I said, I am a certified financial planner, a woman anointed by God. And if this job can't work it out, I'm going to that has consequences. So I had $100,000 at that job. Now I was all brave and all that other stuff. But in 2002, in the beginning of 2002, I got into a car accident, totaled my car. My favorite aunt died. And I got called into the ministry all in the same year. You take any one of those. You take getting called into the ministry, that's devastating enough. You know what I mean? For a real preacher, that's devastating all by itself. But you couple all of that together, my income went from an average of $120 down to less than $18,000. Middle class, nice house, cars, the whole nine. But $18,000, my mortgage was $18,000. Break it down. But I trusted God. And in the midst of everything that I had to go through, because each one of us experienced challenging times. I'm not here to tell you to dream and say it's going to be an easy road. I'm the first one to tell you. Girl, there's some ditches, some pitfalls, there's some barricades, everything's there to hinder you from pursuing your dream or your destiny. I could have given up in 2002. I could have just said, I'm going to lose my house. So a lot of people that work in the World Trade Center, they lost their house, lost their lives, lost their cars, lost their families. They lost a lot of things. But in 2002, the worst experience that I had medically, I was in therapy 9 months. I was in therapy 5 days out of the week for 9 months. I wasn't trying to, you don't work, you don't eat. I wasn't even trying to figure out how I was going to survive. But financially, I was smart about one thing. I always had financial integrity.
Yes.
I always had financial integrity. So our mothers teach us, and you are women here, so y'all know, I'm giving you a secret. Don't tell anybody. We have mad money on top of mad money. So we're not really broke. We're not really broke. Yes. It takes us 2 more incidents before we are truly, really exhausted. Now, when Brother Man said he broke, he really broke. But Mama always keep a secret. It's all right. 2003 to really get broke. And that's when we had to trust God. But I had seen a lot of experiences in 2002 relative to September 11th that made me want to tell my story. I was upset with the way that they were portraying our imagery because you wouldn't have thought that people like me were there. Right. That when you saw black people that might have been like a cart worker or maintenance worker. No, I was a highly compensated employee in that very environment. This was not a wealthy white individual tragedy. This was a tragedy that affected everybody.
Yes, it did.
So I wrote about it.
Yes.
Okay. My first book was called Planning for a Reason, a Season, and a Lifetime. Now, I wasn't no author. Yes. I had a story to tell.
Yes.
So y'all may look and you'll say, look, you got a story to tell.
Yes, we do.
And all I did was told my story. And I put it on paper. I said, if don't nobody else read this book, I want my children to know that I was there.
Yes.